Welcome to your first day on site. Let's go over some controls. Reach out toward the radio on the desk. When it highlights blue, press and hold the grip button to pick it. To navigate a large space, you'll need to teleport. Look toward the back of the room. You'll see a teleport point under the blue circle icon. To activate your teleporter, hold down the A button, the lower button on the controller. Aim at the teleporter and release the button. Good. Now activate your hands by pressing the X button on the left controller. Remember, you can press and hold the X button to view the controllers at any time. Now, let's get you ready for work. Everything you need is in this locker, so let's check it. Gaze at the area to inspect it. You should always be wearing a hard hat, high visibility jacket, steel toe cap boots and gloves when on site. Put these on and then we can get to work. Let's move over to the whiteboard. To help you turn, you can use the thumbstick on your left controller. Moving it to the left or right will rotate you. Find the teleport point and select it. This is a map of the site. You have 3 areas to choose from. To select an area, gaze at the button until the red bar fills up. You can come straight back to this point after completing the tasks. Gaze at the Start button to begin. In this module, you will be checking the walkways and groundworks for hazards. There's some debris blocking the walkway up ahead. Use the teleport button to move toward it. This is a trip hazard. Reach down and pick it up to remove it. Slips and trips are the biggest cause of injuries at work. We can help prevent this by keeping the site tidy at all times. Let's move further down the walkway. It looks like somebody has taken a shortcut here. Reach out and grab the barrier and move it back into place. Good. The walkways are the best way to keep pedestrians safe and away from traffic. Taking shortcuts puts you in unnecessary danger. Move to the next location down the walkway. The ground up ahead looks like a potential hazard. Examine it to continue. Remember, to examine an area, you need to gaze at it. The path here is muddy and a slip hazard. Can you find something to make it safe? You can now teleport to any location. Have a look around the area. That should do it. Good. Remember that it's everyone's responsibility to report unsafe conditions on site. Now teleport over to the red crossing gate to continue. Open the gate, reach out and grab it, then pull it toward you. Before you proceed across the road, examine the loader to your left. On average, there are over 5,000 accidents involving transport in the workplace every year. Around 50 of these result in people being killed. Now use your teleporter to move across the road. Foundations are being put in place here for houses to be built. We need you to check the surrounding location. To do this, you'll need to teleport around. Find 5 areas that are potential hazards. If you think something is a hazard, gaze at it. If nothing happens, check elsewhere. These shallow trenches don't need guardrails, but are still classed as working at height and a fall hazard. Deeper trenches need barriers to prevent people falling in and being injured. When digging near electrical services, you must use an insulated spade or shovel in good condition. Examine this tool to check that it is suitable. This is an insulated shovel. Now examine the blade for signs of damage. This hand tool is not in good condition. It must be quarantined, reported, and not used. Ensure you are handling heavy items within your capabilities. Be aware of manual handling regulations and ask for help if needed. Most accidents around excavators occur when they are reversing, rotating, or when pedestrians are hit by a moving bucket. If you feel that mobile plant is operating too close to where you have to work, immediately stop work and speak to a supervisor. If there is a danger of sides falling in, trenches should be battered regardless of depth. Trenches in loose soil will often need extra support. Well done, your inspection is complete. Teleport to the crossing to view the summary. Gaze at the Start button to begin. The door frames in this house need cutting down to size, but this job must be done safely. First, we need power, so get that generator connected up and working. Remember, to teleport, use the lower button on the controller and aim at a location on the ground. OK, now plug it into the generator. Do you know which connection is good? Remember that you should only use 110 volts on site. That's the yellow connection on the generator. Now turn on the generator. To turn it on, reach out with your hand and touch the location marked with the icon. Good. Now teleport inside. We'll be cutting wood to size in this room, but first we need to check that it's safe to start work. In this room there are 3 things to find that are potential hazards. Teleport around the room and examine objects to find them. Remember, to examine you need to gaze at an object. If no icon appears, then it's not what you are looking for. There's a cut in the cable. You need to report it and immediately quarantine it to make sure no one else uses it. This should also be reported as a near miss. Keep the work area tidy to prevent trips and falls. Run cables above head height where possible. Breathing in hazardous dust and fumes is the biggest cause of long-term health issues in the construction industry, so dust collectors and extractors are vital. Turn this on before starting work. Good. In a small room like this, you're at increased risk without an extractor. Now teleport over to the saw and prepare to cut the wood. Before you cut this frame, let's check your PPE. Are you wearing appropriate protective equipment? Excellent. You'll need eye protection. Bring them up to your eyes to put them on. You'll need ear protection. Bring your hand close to your head to fit them. Now you're ready to work. Remember, tools should be inspected before every use. Examine the blade on this saw. This blade is correctly affixed and in good condition. Now adjust the guard. Rotate it around until you can't move it anymore. You can now use the saw to safely cut the door frame. Reach out and grab the handle, then gently lower the saw. For the next job, you will need the electric handsaw. Teleport over to the table to get it. You should check power tools each time before use. Pick up the tool and examine it. This power tool is in good condition, but the battery is not connected. Pick up the battery and place it in the highlighted area on the tool. Battery-operated tools are better than mains-powered as they will not give you a serious electrical shock. Press the trigger button on the controller to use the tool. Vibration from tools can cause disabling health conditions. If the ends of your fingers start to tingle, you should stop work and report your symptoms before there is a problem. Your supervisor should inform you about the safest way of operation. If not, then ask. You've completed this area. Teleport to the door to view the summary. Gaze at the Start button to begin. In this module, you will be working at height. Working at height means any height that would cause an injury if you fell. You're standing on a mobile scaffold. When working on board this machinery, you will be wearing a harness. Your task is to start work on the slate roof of the porch. Remember, if you feel unsafe at any point while working from height, then you must stop and tell your supervisor. Reach out and pick up a slate beside you using the Grab button. Move it to the correct position. When the area highlights, let it go. Good. I need your help on the house across the street. Turn around and look across the site. Use your teleporter, which is activated by pressing the lower button, and move to the next location. Somebody has incorrectly stacked some slates on the scaffold. Look up and examine them.
Look out!
That was close. You need to report near misses such as this to the site supervisor. Now that the supervisor is aware, check the rest of the scaffold is safe. Teleport to the location in front of the ladder. Up to a third of all construction site fall deaths involve ladders. The person who is going to use the ladder should always check it. Examine the top and bottom of this one to ensure it is safe. A ladder to scaffolding must be tied and extend either 1 metre or 5 rungs above the platform. This ladder is set up at the correct angle, 75 degrees. Reach out and grab the rungs, then pull yourself up the ladder. You should have 3 points of contact with the ladder at all times, and only one person at a time should use the ladder. Now push yourself to the side and let go of the ladder. Then explore this level for 2 hazards to continue. You must be trained, competent and authorised to put up or take down scaffolding. Only a scaffolder can remove a guardrail and put it back. Never climb on parts not intended for climbing. Good. Now use the ladder to climb to the top level. Let go of the ladder and find the hazard located on this level. It looks like these poorly stacked bricks are the cause of the near miss earlier. Stack them safely so that they cannot fall. Pick them up using the grab button, then locate the correct place to put them. The area will highlight when you found it. You have now completed this area. Look up to view the summary. You have successfully completed the further education element to this training application.